And so those little things, thank God I didn't marry him, but it's just like just seeing that and other things, yeah, that is a problem. So I totally
It might not have been a father at home, but he might have had some good uncles.
Exactly.
He might have had some good uncles that taught him the right thing. So
Exactly.
ask those questions. Those are the first questions you ask on a date, not like what you bring to the table. Ask him, hey, tell me about your family. What's your family makeup? That'll tell you right then whether you got some red flags, orange flags, or green flags.
good. I ran into that situation like 10 years ago and coddled mama's boy. I understand you have a good relationship with your mother, but to the point where it interferes with the relationship. So I can attest that it does become a problem because if it's something that I'm like, well, no, well, I'll just get mom to do it. Or, we're in college and then you're gonna drive 3 hours to go home because your mom's doing your laundry. I was like, well,
That
I gotta
part.
go home anyway. And I'm like, dude, what? And so those little things, thank God I didn't marry him. But it's just like just seeing that and other things, yeah, that is a problem. So I totally I've experienced the proverbial mama's boy.
I'm sitting up here like, wait a minute, there's something to this.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. So a lot of times, and I hate to say this, and I love my people. I mean, I love my people. But the problem has been is you have mothers, and I see this so much in coaching. You have mothers who have turned their sons into their boyfriends.
Let's unpack that for a few minutes because that's really good.
That's a
They
fact.
they have turned their sons into they treat their sons like their boyfriend. So
Mhm.
another woman who's catering to all of his needs from his puberty age until he graduates, and sometimes even until he's in college. If you do me a favor and sit outside, and they be like, well, I always carry my baby stuff and get my baby stuff. I said, mama, that's part of the problem. You
Yep.
calling him still your baby. I said, he's not a baby. He'll forever be your baby. But at this moment in time, to play this sport, I need him to have some kind of toughness and have some kind of separation from you. Can't say on this podcast what I usually tell him is time to take out the mouth. So imagine that this guy getting into college on his own. How is he going to approach a woman? He's going to call his mom to say, how do I talk to this woman? Because his mom's been cool.